Amaka was a young girl who lived in Amaozara, a quiet village in Igbo land. She lived with her mother, father, and little brother. Amaka was cheerful, respectful, and always helped her mother fetch water and sweep the compound. She had normal short hair like the other girls in her school. Every week, Mama would wash her hair with black soap and rub coconut oil. Amaka always smiled when her friends said, "Your hair is soft like cotton." But one morning, Amaka woke up and screamed, "Mama, come and see my hair." Mama rushed in and opened her eyes wide. Amaka's hair had grown all the way to the floor. It was long, black, and thick like a rope. Her mother touched the hair and shouted, "Chineke, what is this? This is not normal." They tried to comb it, but the comb broke. Her father tried to cut it with scissors, but it would not cut. He used a razor blade. It snapped in two. They called their neighbor Neka to come and see. Neka ran out shouting, "This girl has spirit hair. Her hair is not ordinary." Soon, everyone heard the story. People came from other villages just to look at Amaka's strange hair.
Amaka cried. She wanted her normal hair back. Her friends laughed at her in school. Amaka snake hair, they called her. Even her teacher told her to stay at home until they found a solution. Mama took Amaka to the village herbalist, Dibia Okoye. He looked at the hair and shook his head. "This hair is not from this world," he said. "It is from the river." "From the river?" Amaka asked, confused. "Yes," the Dibia said. "Many years ago, your grandmother saved a drowning woman at the river. That woman was a water spirit. She blessed your family. But the blessing skipped your mother. It has come to you now." Mama gasped. "So what should we do?" Dibia Okoye gave them some herbs and said, "Wash her hair with this every morning, and never let anyone cut the hair, or evil will follow." They did as he said, but the hair kept growing, longer and longer. It now dragged on the floor wherever Amaka walked. Her father started locking her inside the house. "People are gossiping," he said. "They say my daughter is a spirit child." Amaka was lonely. She could not play. She could not go to school. The hair kept growing every day, 1 foot longer. Then one night, a rich woman called Madam Ino visited their house. She came in a black jeep with 2 big men. She said she wanted to see the girl with the hair. "I will pay you 200,000 naira. Let me take the hair," Madam Ino said. "No!" Mama shouted. "She's just a child." But Madam Ino looked angry. She said, "You will regret this." Then she entered her jeep and drove away. That night, strange things happened. A big wind blew open the door. The roof of their house shook. Amaka had a dream. A tall woman with shining eyes came to her. The woman wore a crown of fish and had long water flowing behind her. "My name is Ugoma, the river mother," she said. "Your hair is a gift. Use it to help people, not to hide." The next morning, Amaka told her mother. Mama was afraid, but she believed the dream. They decided to stop hiding. They took Amaka to the market square. She stood on a stool. People came to look. An old blind woman came close and said, "Can the hair help me see?" Amaka touched the woman's face with the tip of her hair. Suddenly, the woman shouted, "I can see! I can see again!" The crowd gasped. More people came. A man with a bent back touched her hair and stood straight. A baby who had not walked in 2 years walked after Amaka touched her. The news spread fast. "Amaka's hair has healing power!" Now people from faraway towns came to see the girl, but Mama warned, "We don't want money. Just say thank you and bring gifts if you wish." People brought yam, palm oil, tomatoes, and even goats. Amaka became famous, but not everyone was happy. Madam Eno returned with men. This time they came at night to cut the hair by force. They broke into the house. Amaka and her family ran into the bush. They hid under a tree while the men searched the compound. They came back the next morning to find their house destroyed. The roof was broken and the walls were burned. Mama cried. "We have to leave Amaozara," Papa said. "Let us go to Onitsha and start again." They packed what they could and traveled to the city. Life in Onitsha was hard. They lived in one small room. Amaka had to cover her hair every day with a wrapper. But even in the city, the hair kept growing, longer and longer. One day, their neighbor's daughter, Ada, fell sick. She had been coughing for weeks. Mama told Amaka, "Go and touch her gently with your hair." Amaka did. The next day, Ada was well. Word spread again. Soon their room became full of people. Every day, more came. Some gave them food, some brought clothes. Even though they were poor, they never begged. Amaka's heart was happy. She was helping people. But trouble came again. A man from a secret cult wanted Amaka's hair. He believed it would give him power. He came pretending to be sick, but Amaka's hair turned stiff and pushed him away. The man shouted, "You're too strong, but I will return." That night, Amaka had another dream. River Mother Ugama said, "Your hair is growing because your heart is still clean, but if you become proud or greedy, the hair will fall and turn to ash." Amaka nodded, "I will never be proud." As the years passed, Amaka grew older, but she stayed kind. Her hair was now so long that it wrapped around her body 3 times. People now called her Amaka the Hair Angel. She helped children, old people, and even animals. One day, the governor of Anambra State heard of her. He came in a big convoy and met Amaka. "I want to give you a big house and a school," he said. "You are a blessing to the land." But Amaka said, "Thank you, but I want only peace." The governor understood. He built a small healing house for Amaka in the village. There she stayed and touched the sick with her hair. Children sang for her every morning. Amaka the angel, hair like the river, power in your hands, kindness forever. One afternoon, a rich pastor came to her with cameras. "Let us make a TV show. You will be famous across Africa." Amaka looked at him. "No," she said, "this is not for show. It is for love." The pastor left, ashamed. One evening, a wicked man named Odogwu came with armed men. He wanted to shave Amaka's hair and sell it to a magician in India. They attacked at night, but a strong wind blew. A flood rose from the earth. The men ran, shouting. The next day, the ground where they stood had cracked open. People now knew Amaka was protected by a higher power. A shrine was built near the river to honor the spirit that gave her the gift. But Amaka never changed. She still fetched water, swept her room, and shared food with the poor. When Amaka turned 16, her hair was longer than a tree. She braided it and used it to carry children on her back. She opened a small school for poor children and taught them to read, write, and be kind. One day, her childhood friend, Chidi, came to visit. He had become a doctor. He said, "Amaka, I want to study your hair. Maybe it can cure more sickness." Amaka agreed. Chidi worked hard and found that a small piece of her hair cured malaria. But Amaka remembered the river mother's words, "Do not be proud, do not be greedy." So she allowed only poor hospitals to use it for free. She said, "Let the gift remain a gift." Her story appeared in newspapers, but she still refused to appear on TV. She said, "If people believe, they will come. I don't need cameras." Children continued to sing her name in villages. Amaka became a name of hope. Mothers named their daughters after her. She was not just a girl with long hair, one old man said. She was the one who brought healing. One night, Ugoma the river mother came again in a dream. She said, "You have done well, but soon you will rest. Your work is almost done." Amaka woke up in peace. She smiled. 3 weeks later, she fell sick. But she did not cry. She said, "It is time." Her family and the whole village gathered. They sang songs and told stories of how she saved them. Then Amaka laid down on her mat and said, "I have done what I came to do." She closed her eyes and her hair shone like gold. She smiled and slept. They buried her near the river under a big tree. The birds sang loudly that day. The river danced in waves. A statue of her holding a child and her long hair flowing was placed by the river. Even years later, people still visited her shrine to say thank you. A small flower grew where she was buried. It never died. Even in dry season, it stayed fresh. They called it Amaka's bloom. Use your gift to help others. Don't be greedy or proud. What makes you different can become your power when you do good. Even small children can change the world when they are kind and brave.
Thank you so much for listening to today's enchanting story. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe for more magical tales that spark your imagination. Every story is a door to a new adventure, and I'm so glad you walked through it with me today. Stay curious, stay kind, and keep dreaming big. Until next time, keep the magic alive in your heart. I'll see you again soon for another wonderful story. Bye for now.